that's kind of what I thought about Raw last night. I've been trying to find the right words for Raw. And I'm having a hard time, I'm going to be honest. I am really having a hard time coming up with the right words for Monday Night Raw last night. I'm just going to be honest. Because when we look at what WWE did last night, they have one more week. Bruce, Vince, you got one more week to make us genuinely care about your storylines, your matches, your wrestling that we're going to see on SummerSlam night, August 21st. You got one more week. Right now, we don't care all that much about the majority of it. There's some. Don't get me wrong. Now, when I say that there's some, you have to look at like Edge versus Seth Rollins. You have to look, and I'll even throw this one in there. You have to look at like RK Bro versus AJ Styles and Omos, because RK Bro is one of the most entertaining aspects, if not the most entertaining aspect of Monday Night Raw. Okay, and you're not going to leave AJ Styles and Omos off of SummerSlam, so of course that's going to be the match. All right, but outside of that, and outside of Roman Reigns and John Cena getting some attention, and SmackDown Women's title getting some attention, what are we genuinely invested in right now? WWE wants us to get genuinely invested in Goldberg taking on Bobby Lashley. Let me make this clear. When you only have Goldberg show up less than a handful of times between the start to the build and to SummerSlam, it's hard to get invested. Let me make this clear. When you have Goldberg supposedly spear MVP in half. Okay? Goldberg spear. And this is where I get a little frustrated, because let me make this clear. Goldberg speared MVP in half, supposedly. And then you have Bobby Lashley's manager come out the next week and say, I have bruised and cracked ribs. If you have bruised and cracked ribs, you should not be on TV. Bobby Lashley should have cut that promo himself. He could have came out there and said, Goldberg, you're not next. You're done at SummerSlam. He could have cut it backstage in a promo. He could have threw some people around and then said it to somebody backstage as he walked out of the dressing room. Something else besides what we saw last night. Now, you had Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley go one-on-one. Let me make this clear. Charlotte attacking at the very end of the matchup was not a surprise. Charlotte was advertised, when they advertised all that stuff on Facebook, what the main things that's going to happen. Charlotte was one of the things they advertised for Monday Night Raw. So her attacking during the match was not a surprise. We look at Monday Night Raw and we look at the storylines that they're giving us. It's hard to care about these matches that they're giving us at SummerSlam. It really is. Forget about how Goldberg loses when he comes back and it's a title matchup. Forget about that. I mean, I know that's a good argument, but if you really want to make this a good story and try to make people believe, if you take out his manager, don't you think his manager shouldn't be on TV the next week? Don't you think Bobby Lashley should come out by himself? Charlotte shouldn't have been advertised to have some type of response if she was going to have some type of surprise attack at the end of Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash. She shouldn't have. Charlotte should have came out and did a promo. Charlotte should have wrestled someone else. Did something. Making it hard for us to care about it. It's also hard for us to care about when you have Nikki Ash, somebody that belongs in a comic book or the McDonald's, and I say this every week because it's what she reminds me of, an old McDonald's Happy Meal commercial when they are trying to sell the Happy Meals, and you got the Hamburglar and all those different type of characters in it. You all know which ones I'm talking about. She looks like she belongs in that, helping McDonald's save the hamburger from the Hamburglar. But helping Ronald McDonald save it. But look, Nikki Ash as Raw Women's Champion? No. It should be Charlotte or Becky Lynch when she comes back, or Rhea Ripley, someone else. It's okay to have a Nikki Ash character, but not as the champ. It's not good to have it as a champ. Alexa Bliss and Eva Marie, if they don't put this, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't believe I'm saying this. And when I say it, you guys will probably click right off the video, but I'm going to say it anyway. If they don't put Eva Marie versus Alexa Bliss or Eva Marie versus Alexa Bliss on SummerSlam's card, I don't know what they're doing on Monday Night Raw. That should be on SummerSlam's card as much attention as they are giving it. And honestly, if Eva Marie wins, one thing I don't want to see, Doudrop take on Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam. Would like to see Alexa Bliss in a matchup, though. Now, let's move on to Drew McIntyre. Boy, has he fallen off the wagon. He's either fallen off the wagon or they are trying to protect him from the fans or they have it in mind where he's going to go right over to SmackDown when the brand split happens. Because they have him with a guy where the ratings have to be the worst. Because they brought back the brand to brand invitation and they stuck the superstar in place of this goof.
Jinder Mahal? The make-believe Maharaja?
That's right, the modern day Maharaja. Boy, I love doing that. And let me tell you guys, Jinder Mahal, Drew McIntyre, probably one of the worst segments on Monday Night Raw. Worst. And they bring Baron Corbin back, probably to boost up the ratings. Take Jinder Mahal's spot. And honestly, they could have done it a little bit differently. They could have had Jinder Mahal cut a segment. They could have had Drew McIntyre cut a segment, like just a promo. They could have had both of them brawl in the back. Actually and I can't believe I'm saying this either, but Drew McIntyre's been getting the upper hand almost every week with his sword, beating everybody, all this different, beating Shanky and Veer and all this stuff. Oh, and by the way, I'm not sure which one it is who they keep on saying is 7 feet tall, but look, if whichever one is 7 feet tall, I guess that means that like Jinder Mahal is almost 7 feet tall because he's pretty close up there with him. So I just want to point that out as well. But look, Veer and Shanky, they could have had those two in a handicap match. They could have done a number of different things. Instead, they chose Baron Corbin to come over and build up some more sympathy, or at least try to, with the wrestling fans, with this I'm broke gimmick. And I need all the support and help that I can get. Guys, it was whatever. Whatever. All I know is I'm ready for Drew McIntyre to move on to something more important. I am ready for that. Now, let me make this clear. The United States Championship, Sheamus better lose. They're on a collision course, Sheamus and Damian Priest. Do I think Sheamus is going to lose? Absolutely. But Ricochet lost to Sheamus last night, and then we pretty much had that match signed. Bam. After Damian Priest beat John Morrison. The America's Moist won it. Guys, let me tell you, SummerSlam promises to be okay show. An okay show. I'm ready to get down to Las Vegas. It's going to be fun. Being there live at SummerSlam is going to be fun because, I know I sit here and I know I sit here and I know I criticize wrestling some when I watch it, but I also tell you when I like it as well. And I'm going to tell you, I like being down there. I like being at live events. Going to live events is fun. I do like doing that. So I've always enjoyed going to live events or house shows or pay-per-views or things of that nature. So, I've always enjoyed doing that, but wrestling fans, look forward to a lot of great things coming on to the channel here coming up. Backyard Beatdown this Friday, trip to Las Vegas next week, plus so much more preview of SummerSlam next week, SmackDown review Friday, all different types of stuff. Now, until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch all of you on the other side. Talk to you later.